Okay, guys, welcome back. We are going to start talking about picking profit-sucking niches. I think the theme here today is sucking. Jeff says this sucks, that sucks, he sucked, she sucked, and now we're doing profit-sucking niches, but these are good sucking things. So that didn't sound right. What is this? This has nothing to do with niches. This is, he's gone, isn't he? The truth about Jeff Diedrich. Knows nothing. He has to outsource everything. Man can't even FTP to his site. Takes all of my ideas, we've already covered that, steals every one of my ideas, mentally abuses me. Sweet little shortcake me. You saw the Hulk picture. Need I say more? Definitely abused. Not really. For those of you who text, you'll know what BFF is. That's best friend forever. Jeff is my best friend in the industry. Probably the only one I would say I trust 110%. Trust him so much he has my AWeber password. So if that says anything. He's actually a real businessman. Jeff has real world business experience. And 98% of the people who are trying to sell you $5,000, $10,000 courses, stuff like that, don't even have real world business sense. And I don't think that those are bad people, but I think you need to have real world business sense. I've learned all my real world business stuff from Jeff, and for that he has my respect. He's taught me more about business, not internet marketing, but business side of things, setting up my business correctly, running my business correctly, outsourcing stuff, time management, all the real things that we tend to look over, but those are the real keys to succeeding I've learned from Jeff. And Jeff's not in the room, but I want everybody to stand up. Seriously, stand up. And turn around, and Jeff is in the back, and we're going to give Jeff a round of applause for bringing us here. If it wasn't for Jeff, you wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't be here. So he'll see that later. Thanks, Jeff. Again, mental abuse. So finding your niches. When I want to go into a new niche, or if I'm working with someone who is brand new, has never done anything, and they're like, Liz, where do I start? I always tell them, you got to find a niche. This is your foundation. Just like a house, if you build your house in a swamp, what's going to happen? It's going to sink, it's going to be gone. But if you build your house on a very strong foundation, it'll be like a lot of the places that we see in other countries. Here in the United States, we're a young country, but you'll see buildings that are 600 years old. I mean, there's still Roman ruins around because they built them on a solid foundation. And that's what you've got to do in your business. I use ehow.com, clickbank.com, and I think there's a magazines.com. I don't use it, but like when I'm at the grocery store, I love going to Home Depot, Lowe's. That's a United States type thing. I don't know if they have them in other countries, but like a do-it-yourself building supply place. They always have all kinds of magazines there, design magazines, landscaping magazines, all kinds of stuff. You can find great information just by going shopping, which I love to do. So what I do is when I go to these sites, I'm looking and I'm going, okay, parenting. Does that sound like a good niche? Possibly. I like to parent. I have 5 kids, I better. Then I would look and go, okay, hunting. That's kind of seasonal. You can only hunt certain animals at certain times of the year. Maybe. So I'll put that on the list. And I'm always going through and I'm looking at things that just pique my interest. I don't have to know a lot about them. I just want things that are going to pique my interest. And I make a huge list. I mean, I'll sit down and this is called brainstorming. And I'll do this for an hour, 2 hours. This is when this is not part of the making money thing. It is, but it shouldn't be part of the blocks like I told you guys about earlier. This is something you should be doing when you have the time to do it, your niche selection. So I'll sit and maybe for an hour and a half, 2 hours, just go through, and I have this great big huge list. So now when I have my list of niches that I found from all these sites or through magazines or by shopping or by, like on the way up here, it was so cool. I've never driven into Chicago, and I actually drove from Chattanooga, Tennessee to Chicago. And on the way up here, I'm going by all these billboards. And I'm so immune to advertising that I really don't see them anymore. But one popped out at me. It was a skiing, snowboarding expo that they're having here in Chicago. And I'm like, I never thought about that niche. I don't like to ski. I hate snow. Ugh. If it's snowing, I'm not going there. If it was snowing today, I wouldn't be here. But that's just another one of those niches that I could add to my list and go research. Now I've got tons of ideas going in my head about this skiing niche. Like I said, it's not something that I'm ever probably going to be interested in. It's not something that I know a lot about. I'm not the expert there. But it's definitely something I'd put on my list, because as you'll see later in today, I'm going to go through a lot of stuff where you don't have to be the expert type things. So I have my list of niches, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Google, and let's say we'll use the skiing niche. I take and I put skiing in Google, and I search, and I find out if there's any Google AdWords. When you guys are searching online, and many of you might know this, but I'm going to go ahead and explain this for those of you who don't understand. You have your little search box, and there will be some ads on this side of the page and here, okay? And then there's the searches are going to be right here. Is what you're looking for is when you put your niche in here, you're looking for a lot of ads over here and the ads here. That's going to tell you that people are spending money to advertise in that niche. So what does that mean? Are you going to spend money to advertise if that niche doesn't work? Especially not on Google AdWords. Especially not on Google AdWords, because you can lose your butt really quick. So if people are advertising on Google AdWords, that's a really good indicator, especially if you do thorough research and you come back in a couple of weeks and the same exact ads are running. Jeff talked about Snagit. Do a screen capture. Come back in a couple of weeks. See if those same ads are running. If those same ads are running, you better believe that's a profitable niche. Because that's what we want. We could go over niches all day long. But if it's not profitable, why even look at it? Why even do the research? So this is the first indicator. Okay, this is another thing. If there are Google AdWords running for that niche, you need to do some keyword research. If you go to Google and you put in keyword tool, the very first listing that will come up is the Google AdWords keyword tool. You put your niche in there and you'll see tons of keywords related to that niche come up. And when you go, there's a little drop-down box. I wish I could show you guys this, but since we don't have internet access, I can't. There'd be a little drop-down box, and you go to average CPC, which is average cost per click. That's what these advertisers are paying on average for every click they're getting from their ads. If you're seeing most of those keywords are over 50 cents, then you've got a profitable niche. Now, why do I say 50 cents? Because that's what I've tested. Every niche that has been successful for me, and I'm in 22 different niches, not including internet marketing. Every niche that I have tested using making sure there's Google AdWords, making sure that most of the keywords are 50 cents or above, it's been a profitable niche for me. A lot of people say it's $1. A lot of people say, don't go in a niche that's under $2. This is from my testing. This is what has really worked for me. I don't know where they got their numbers. ClickBank products. Huge, huge, huge indicator. If you go to ClickBank and you search for your niche and there's products in that niche, bingo, you have hit on something. Now, what you will do is there's a tool called CB Engine, and it's at cbengine.com. This is like the coolest ClickBank tool that's ever come out. You can get a free account. I really recommend that you get the paid account. It's like $57 for a lifetime membership. And what CB Engine will allow you to do is it'll give you more statistics than just the regular ClickBank stuff. The coolest function of CB Engine, in my opinion, is a thing called the CB Insider. It tells you like the top 50 hottest products, or the top 25. I can't remember what the number is, but it shows you the top hottest products. That's going to tell you what the top hottest niches are, because those products are actually selling. If there's products selling in the niche, you know you've got a good niche. Now I'm going to kind of give you guys my list of the hottest niches. You guys definitely want to copy this down if you don't have a niche. If you currently have a niche and you know it's profitable, totally ignore this because you'll get way too many ideas. Because I have probably, I would say at least 40 of the 180-page spiral notebooks in my attic, because every time I have ideas, I grab a spiral notebook and I jot it down. And I've got all these notebooks stacked in my attic of all these ideas I have. So be very, very careful when you start doing niche research. These are from some of my notebooks. The hottest niches I found. Internet marketing, of course. Of course. If you can give somebody a solution to upping their income, it's going to sell. As long as it's a good solution, it's actually true, it's actually working, all that. Weight loss, huge niche. Huge niche. Guess what, guys? Even with me being overweight, I could go into the weight loss niche right now with a pen name and a little pretty skinny face and make money. You do not have to be the expert. You do not have to fit the profile of that niche. You can create a profile of that niche, and we'll go into more of that later. Going green, huge topic. When I was on my way up here, I noticed in this nasty weather fog, there was like these big white poles with spinning. I was like, what in the world? And I'm slowing down, going 95 miles an hour on the interstate. I'm slowing traffic down just so I can look. It's the windmills. You know, everybody's heard of the windmill power stuff that's going on right now. Never seen it. In the South, the mountains, they won't let us have them. Where I live in Chattanooga, we're surrounded by mountains. But up here, you guys have all that flat land. And so I'm looking, and I call my husband, and I said, you're not going to believe what I saw. This is so cool. And he's like, oh, dear God, what is she going to tell me now? So I'm telling him all about this. And I'm on the phone. I look at my phone, and I'm like, man, I've been on the phone for 7 minutes. And I'm still going by this field full of these windmill things. Field was huge. And there's so many examples out there of all this going green stuff. There's a lot of going green clickbait products. Hot, hot, hot niche, and it's going to be hot for a very long time to come. Because this is, I mean, what's on the news, guys? Everything about the global warming, whether you believe in it or not. It's information that people are wanting. And if you can give them that information, you're going to make money. Dating niche. Another niche. I'm married, but I could still go in that niche. I know how to date. I know how to find people who know how to date. I know how to, go to experts and all that stuff. I could always create a product for there. Lots of clickbait products here. Computer games, huge niche. Products like cheat resources, getting the cheats for the computer games and stuff like that. Reviews of the computer games. You could sell it as an affiliate marketer. All kinds of stuff you can do in that niche. Relationships kind of goes with dating, but that's more of like the marriage type information, the self-help relationship stuff, all kinds of good stuff there. Investing. Forex, day trading, penny stocks, huge niche. The health niche, this one's just monstrous. I could go on for days about all the topics in the health niche. We've got pets. I am actually in the pet niche, and I was telling Jeff's assistant about this last night. People in the pet niches are very passionate people. Very passionate. They love their doggies. They love their little kitties. And I actually have a product that sells, what is it called? I can't think of the name of it. I'm in so many niches. A lot of these, I have no clue, even what the names of them are, the domain names. I have a list of them, but off the top of my head, couldn't even tell you. But this one sells a book on creating gourmet treats for your dog that look like human treats. It's not the name of it, but that's the focus of it. Because people treat their dogs like humans, but you can't give a dog a cupcake. It'll kill it. Or it'll make it obese or 100 other things. So what I did is there's like one place in there where you can make a gourmet dog food cupcake. I have ladies that come on the help desk, and my husband Jamie runs our help desk. And they're like, oh my gosh, I